Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Today I am going to tell this whole world few things. I need some clarification as an Indian citizen. I am Dr. S.B. Paul. I'm an Indian citizen and I read little bit about the history of science, special interest towards the Alfred Nobel Foundation, the Nobel Prize winners. I have a lot of interest on studying and understanding that the Nobel Prize winners in different fields and how Alfred Nobel created the Nobel Foundation and almost in 1898 to till date, almost 125 years, there are Nobel Prize winners in various fields, including the economic science. So today I've been making a lot of videos and blogs on various issues, and whoever has contributed for the development of science, technology, the contribution I have tried to put forward and recognize them. Today I would like to have some clarification from the Nobel Foundation as well as the prize winner, Nobel Prize winner, just to name Dr. Amartya and Dr. Abhijeet Banerji. I am not representing 145 crores Indian citizen over here, but I have certain curiosity to know what is all about. The doubts I have, if you can clear it up, otherwise I will get it cleared from the Nobel Foundation itself. Why I am saying so? Morning I was just scrolling through my Facebook. I could see Esther Duflo, the Nobel Prize winner in economics, along with Abhijit Banerji. Esther Duflo is the wife of Abhijit Banerji. I scrolled through, I posted few questions over there on her Facebook wall. The question was something like that. Let me recall and read out. I posted that the Nobel Prize, what you have got, whether those are actual Nobel Prize or not, could you please give us light on that? It is the Memorial Nobel Prize or Bank Prize or the actual Nobel Prize. The second point I asked, Dr. Abhijit is professor in MIT in the Ford Foundation. The Ford Foundation money, who is sponsoring the Ford Foundation? And Ford Foundation is sponsoring money for the poverty alleviation studies. That is a big contradiction for me, number one. Then JPOL Lab, you also one of the director of the JPOL Lab. What is the funding pattern of JPOL Lab? That is what I want to also know. But I have certain answer, but I need to have the clarification from the source. JPOL Lab Foundation, what is the essence or fundamentals of establishing JPOL Lab? That is also for the poverty alleviation, that I can understand, but from where the money is coming, that is my concern. I know from where money is coming, but until I need to have the clarification. Now, getting money from the Bill Gates Foundation or UK and Australian government, that money is being utilized for the poverty alleviation studies. I leave it to 700 crores people, along with the Alfred Nobel Foundation, the intellectuals, how relevant it is. I had a question mark. That question mark has to be cleared off, right? That is one part. The third is Both Abhijit and Esther Duflo has got Nobel Prize in Economic Science in the year 1990 for the poverty elevation, the theoretical or practical implication. They have done a lot of research and published paper, and they got the Nobel Prize along with Michael Knorr, Esther Duflo, and Abhijit Banerji. Three of them are the Nobel Prize winner. Similar way, Amartya Sen in 1998 he got the Nobel Prize in the economics for the poverty elevation. Both they have concentrated on poverty elevation. They have written books. They have done a lot of exercise, socio-economic exercise, lot of data, lot of sample I could see. They have done it. Even Jaipur Lab Foundation has also got office in Chennai. In Jaipur Lab Foundation also has their website talk about the business and marketing managers recruited with huge amount of salary. What are the role of those business manager? What they do actually? That is what I want to know, because I do not have the actual access of those people who are working for Jaipur Lab Foundation. So that is the clarification I want to know. Even for Amartya Sen got the Nobel Prize 1998, I asked certain question that whether this Nobel Prize is the actual Nobel Prize. What Alfred Nobel in his will paper, as per my knowledge is concerned, only 5 subjects he has approved for the nomination of Nobel Prize. Every year he is going to give his 96% of his own money from the Nobel Foundation, and Swedish Academy of Science and Norwegian Academy of Science both together will be selecting the who will be the candidate for the each year based on the work, based on the application, the normal process. I do not have any issues on Alfred Nobel Foundation's actual will document, the prize money, the subject they have mentioned. I do not have any clarification for that matter. Now, if I take the will paper as a kind of a legal document from Alfred Nobel Foundation before his death, after that I could see 1996, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alfred Nobel died in the year possibly 2000, not 2000, 1899 or 1900, something like that. After that, Nobel Prize ceremonial things had started maybe 2003 and 2004. How many years? It is now 2025. This is almost 123 or 4 years. This 5 subject Nobel Prize, that is physics, chemistry, biology, life science, peace and literature. Every year I could hear the Nobel Prize. The economic science suddenly has started in 1968 by a Swedish bank that is known to everybody. For the audience, I am just clarifying. Dr. Abhijeet, Dr. Amartya Sen also can clarify these things. This has been started and they have 300 years of bank. They celebrated, and that time they put a lot of money on Nobel Foundation to start this economic science. Why this economic science is either it is subject? What is that economic science is a kind of a, I have a lot of question mark on this terminology, economic science. I can understand what is economics, philosophy, history. It's a cocktail of everything. Then the economic, and then put the science and logic. Then you made economic science as a subject. Or what is the Alfred Nobel Foundation, this terminology, coining this terminology? I would like to have more light on those issues. Now, in the website it is clearly mentioned, that is, I understand it is a mention that that's a Alfred Nobel Memorial Prize, it has been mentioned, or Riksbank Prize winners. Every year they get it from 1960 or 69 onwards till date. Every year your Nobel Prize. Now, here actual 5 Nobel Prize were in the wheel paper is mentioned there. You know who are the person is being nominated for the Nobel Prize. Why in economic science there is a secrecy? You don't know who are the applicant. You only know the outcome, who is getting the Nobel Prize or Nobel Memorial Prize. Why there is a additional clause that is been put that nobody will be able to know 50 years that who are the applicant, only you will be able to know who is getting the Nobel Prize. Why there is a secrecy clause? That I need to have the clarification from Alfred Nobel Foundation, right? Because everything is under public domain, because we are celebrating those prize winners, such a Nobel Prize winner in India, because in India population, you know, is close to 145 crores. So we are very proud that somebody from India is getting nominated for this Nobel Prize for whatever. We are very proud that Tagore has got the Nobel Prize. Few scientists, they have got the Nobel Prize. Even though are the American citizen, they have done their work in abroad. Mother Teresa got the Nobel Prize. Satyarthi has got the peace. Also, many, Chandrasekhar has got the Nobel Prize. C.V. Raman has got the Nobel Prize, right? Even like that, there are Nobel Prize, but the very Nobel Prize number of, if you think in terms of total population of India, and getting Nobel Prize is very less that way, right? I really do not know. I do not want to get into the debate part. In the economic science, we got the 2 Nobel Prize winner. We celebrate in India like anything, and Indian people, I have a lot of curiosity to know that what is the status of those actual Nobel Prize winner, whether they should be called as the Memorial Nobel Prize winner or Riksbank Prize winner, whether they are the actual Nobel Prize winner, so that government of India or myself, probably like that, many have that question mark. That part has to be clarified from the Nobel Foundation or from Dr. Abhijeet or Dr. Amartya. This is one part. Second part, I would like to know that Dr. Amartya has written many books on the poverty elevation, including 1940-42 Bengal famine, where in this Bengal famine is real cause is because of food scarcity of the adverse weather condition in Bengal. One part, the Jamindar used to hoard extra food, that is the second part. And the third part, we are very much under British rule. What British has done, they have siphoned off the entire food to their respective countries. Now, when he is writing the Bengal famine, where he is talking about Bengal famine causes, I could see a lot of photographs, everything, and Amartya Sen also cried. He cried a lot that he is not able to tolerate the Bengal famine, the ferocity and all those things. That is a fine emotional part, because we are all human being. He is also human being. It is well understood. Because he is also coming from Santiniketan, lot of Mayavadi philosophy, what he was holding, probably he has expressed while writing the Bengal famine part. My only submission, where he has written that the chunk of food material has taken over by the British people, right? This is what I want to know. He also talks about both, this is the second part, this is for both Abhijit, Dr. Esther Deflo and Amartya Sen. You have written so much voluminous thing. Big journal, big journal, there is no problem. How many theories across the globe that is well accepted by any country or any community for a trial and is a kind of a sustainable model, that I want to know. To just enrich my knowledge, I would like to have this thing. Even I could not see in Bengal that many times Dr. Abhijeet, Dr. Amartya visited India, many discussion had happened, but how many of their theories in real life has been right now reality. I can understand a scientist, right? If he see develop something that can be applied for the welfare of the society or any particular cause. I have 10 technologies of sustainable economy, simulation and modeling. So there are so many varieties have been developed across the starting from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, wherever system is developed. There are varieties that has been developed through my simulation and modeling model. I can keep on telling those things because I am from a science background. I can understand the impact of any crops that is grown with a very adverse condition, and if you are able to modify them with a high tolerant varieties in a particular seasonal. So this is the it is again directly linked to the food scarcity and other things, so that your productivity, when you have got a germplasm that can be multiplied and using as a seed, and then you can grow in certain areas. So it is directly going to the poverty elevation part, that I can understand little bit whatever small knowledge I have from the 10 technologies. I can tell you this much. Only thing, I'm not getting into more about myself, what I'm doing. I'm a small man. I do some research activities here in India or sometimes in abroad. This is all simulation chamber where, for the audience, I am telling you, it is not for Dr. Abhijeet and Dr. Amartya Sen. I am telling you, this is a complex critical technologies. Probably one can compare with the Brookhaven National Laboratory in US, because they are sitting in US. They can just simply log in and the kind of work they do. That is the free air CO2 enrichment technologies in open atmosphere. How you can enrich CO2 in a controlled atmosphere and you grow certain plants, because you need to keep the prediction, right? No, you know that how global warming is increasing the CO2 level, and because of that, the future germplasm also has to be developed and stored, so that there is no food crisis at the time when the actually you see the CO2 level is more than 380 ppm. If it goes to 400 ppm, like CO2 is a very sensitive, because of the photosynthesis you need to have CO2. Now the crops which is growing on 380 ppm suddenly exposed to another 20 ppm of 300 to 400 ppm, right? So those crops are not going to give you the good production or productivity. So you have to have germplasm ready, so that the people should not die on hunger. There should be a crisis. This is the scientists that do it. Now my question and clarification on the economics part, what economics they do. They write a lot of poverty theories. I talked about the Nobel Foundation and all those things, the writing. Where is the implication, right? Anywhere it has been implicated. My last submission is, they talk about the poverty. Whether Dr. Amartya Sen and Dr. Abhijeet anytime talked about India, they talked about only the poor, how they are poor and how their condition can be improved. Now let me again submit something over here. It's like, you have 100 ml water or 1 liter water. If you think that 300 400 ml is kind of a poor people, they are floating around at the bottom, and another 600 ml is the middle class and upper middle class. Now you think that is the total India altogether. Now they come and talk about only the poor people. They see their face, they cannot digest that they're so poor, so they should be given incentives. But in India, let me again tell you why they don't talk about that, how the wealth can be distributed through Land Reformation Act. The Land Reformation Act in place, so India government or previous government is not able to implement across the globe, across India. The reasons are they are not applying. I really do not know why. When there is already there is something called Land Reformation Act. It is in the parliament. It has been approved, and few states like Bengal, Punjab, and Kerala, they have implemented 100% or partially. Fair enough. But what about the rest India? Have you seen any time have Amartya Sen and Dr. Abhijeet uttered about how to do that? At least theoretically, they could have also told to the intellectuals of 150-40 crores Indians that this is the way, probably until or unless Land Information Act is being implemented, it is not possible. Only talking about the poor giving incentive, I have studies with the animals' behavioral pattern. If you give them incentive, the human will be also lethargic. Now, how much incentive? What is that incentive? There is nothing called freebies, in my opinion. Everybody has to work. They have to also given a level playing field through what? Through implementing Land Information Act, some land to be given. They should not work as a laborer and worker. They will be getting 300, 400 rupees per day. But it's a given condition if they're getting some amount of land, they can cultivate with good technology, right? Different crop pattern. They can do it with a small pond. That is called the sustainable economy. I really do not know why Dr. Amartya Sen, Dr. Abhijit is so silent about this. Whether he is afraid of targeting the rich people, I could sense that, because in 2019 when he got the Nobel Prize, he talks about the Elon Musk. One lady, she was interviewing Dr. Abhijit, he was telling that the Elon Musk wants a lot of money, he's diverting something, he's talking. She was telling that total world population 1% is holding close to 80-90% of the total world wealth. Rest 20% wealth is being distributed or is being consumed by like another 20%. To precisely what I want to say it, if it is total population is 800 crores, so 800 crores is 1%. How much? It is 80 crores, maybe 80 crores. 80 crores is holding the total world economy's wealth. 1% is holding close to 90%. That is what she has told it. Maybe here and there. Rest 10% is, that is 99% population is holding or enjoying the benefit of the 10% resources. So much imbalance where there is a talk. Here's Dr. Abhijit has clearly avoided this question and brought Elon Musk into the picture, talks about this type of rich people are required to prosper the growth of the country. I'm here to understand that part, Dr. Abhijit. Could you please clarify this thing? Can I have the video clip? Why I'm telling you, the world is watching everything. You are the intellectuals. You might be sitting in MIT or Stanford and everything, big degree. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers me when you speak one thing coming out from your mouth. I wrote to Esther DeFlo. She has not replied me. I had given also mail. I have mentioned there that if you are feeling uncomfortable, please do write to on my email ID. That is also mentioned. I know she is not going to answer me. Maybe she doesn't have time because she has to do further research. Fair enough, there is no problem. But so much respect we are giving in India. We are so proud. What is there to proud? You got a prize. Everybody knows Nobel Prize. Getting Nobel Prize is not the easy thing. But where is his work contribution? I can understand a scientist, his contribution and implementation of his work. But only celebrating Nobel Prize, giving dice in JNU, giving dice in Bengal, everywhere this Nobel Prize is sitting, talking against CA, NRA. I also want to know what is the stand on CA, NRC. You are in conflict of the nationalism and internationalism. That is what I feel. When you have taken two citizenship, now let me come back to your personal level. When you have taken both Indian citizenship and American citizenship, you wanted to be also part of India. That is what my feeling, both Amartya Sen and Dr. Abhijit, and you are also citizen of America. There is no problem. Now you are in conflict of interest between the nationalism and internationalism. Please clear which path you are taking. Whether you are taking the middle path or you are taking both the path. Same thing with Dr. Amartya. You are very old now. I could see, I could realize that you have so much loaded with knowledge and wisdom. Probably you are not able to work properly with this knowledge. So I understand this much book, if anybody is writing, probably one should have that pain. To be very honest with you, Dr. Amartya, could you please tell me where your one theory is been applied? If at all applied, probably it might be sponsored one, right? Where people voluntarily taking your ideas and implementing it. Tell me any country, probably any state, any village level. I'd like to have those ideas. Once again, I don't like to increase the video probably. Once again, thank you very much. Citizen of India, I have those clarification because I have been carrying those things in my mind for a long time. I need to have those clarification, even though I'll be more happy if you don't give me answer. That is also fine with me. Because I have already those answers with me and I am 100, 200, 300% sure what I am speaking. I will get it clarified from the Nobel Foundation. If they wish to give, fair enough. If they don't like to give, that is also okay for me. If Amartya, Dr. Abhijeet is also giving, I'll be okay to accept it. I'm a small student, right? You think of, you might be 15 years senior than me, Dr. Abhijit. I'm so proud that you got the Nobel Prize. So proud, so proud. I'm a proud man. Every time I say it's a Bengali man, I'm also a Bengali. Dr. Amartya Sen, you got in 1998. You born in 1932. My father also is not born that time. My father born in 1940. He died, finished his life. Now imagine a situation how much seniority you are. 30, 40, 45 years senior than me. Age is also one of the factors, right? Now you have loaded with knowledge, wisdom. You are a Buddhist also. I could see your things. You believe the philosophy of Buddhism. Fine, there is no problem. I also believe in Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, all those isms I believe. I also believe in communism. So I'd like to have a concrete debate anytime if you feel that this video message is enough to judge. At least somebody from India is dare to ask certain question to Nobel Foundation and to great Nobel laureates, so that 150 crores people are so proud of you. So much proud that every time you come to Bengal, that your cuts is there. Didis gives you mithai ka dabba. Abhijit, khalo, khalo, khalo. I love that Mamata Banerji when offers mithai. But contrary, the people who are staying like me in Mumbai, they call it बहिरागतो. तुम बहिरागतो हो. तुम्हारा क्या इज्जत है? तुमको बोलने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है. You should not speak. So you can understand that part, that they're very small when we are बहिरागतो. बहिरागतो. I do not know how much this terminology probably, like Shakespeare's word, if you take the entropy value up, बहिरागतो, sometimes it hits me like a bullet. Now probably I have finished my talk. Now it's a free world, free thinker, everybody is free. If you would like to answer, please do answer. Don't answer, no answer. Or government of India would like to clarify from Nobel Foundation, let them clarify it also, so that once for all doubts will be cleared. Once again, thank you very much. And whatever I have told you, my technologies, my ideas of India, and also I have submitted my Vision India document to Government of India, PMO, submitted. It's close to 4 hours. Everything, my technologies, socio-economic changes, where to address, what not to address, including the education, border, everything. I have given one mantra, that is the mantra of Swami Vivekananda, Subhash Chandra. What is the nationalism? That is For Dr. Abhijeet and Dr. Amartya is totally different, right? You don't believe in nationalism, but you want to keep your citizenship just nationalistic point of view. Okay, this nationalism is very much there that time, but you want to have a global view of everything, borderless society. That's why you are finding that America is the right place. America is the right baby, right choice baby. That's just not joking because I have not eaten anything. It's close to 12 o'clock now. This is not a speech. I have just an extempo probably. I've closed my eyes. I've spoken. Once again, thank you very much, my Indian friends, Nobel Foundation, Dr. Amartya Sen, Dr. Abhijit, Dr. Duffalo, Dr. Nor, and Dr. Amartya Sen's three wife, Nandita Devshen. I have seen her in Anandabazar office. She's a nice writer. She writes well. I have not seen the last wife. Amartya Sen, be happy in life. Thank you very much. Good night. Good night to everybody. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.